Hello, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Planescape Torment. I'm really enjoying this intellectual brothel. This has been good stuff. Good stories, interesting things. We've gotten a lot of experience. I just came looking for the guy in the yellow, dressed in yellow, but we've actually stumbled on something really good here. Anyway, let's get back to Mort's story. Companions, we're going to get back to Mort's. We're going to fast forward through all of this. I really think Mort's talking about me and Ravel. We went through all this in the last one. Anyway, she smiles. Now she wants... I've one for you and your companion. The Fiend's Game. Go on. A fiend sometimes wandered the wilderness of a certain prime world in the guise of a friendly old man. One day he came upon some hunters in the wood. "What are you doing?" the fiend asked. The hunters told him, and the fiend nodded. "I have never been on a hunt before." The hunters invited the old man to come along, and the group eventually came upon a glade where several deer were grazing. The hunters carried crossbows, but did not fire. The fiend asked them why. "They're unarmed," the hunters chuckled, patting their crossbows. "We hunt nothing that does not have the ability to defend itself. After all, where's the sport in that?" The fiend nodded and promptly gated in three of his fellows. The fiend nodded at this and promptly gated the three of his fellows. The hunters led them on a merry chase, but eventually they were caught and eaten. So he summoned a fiend on him? Kind of a dick move. Anna, do you have a story to trade? I'm no good at telling such things, I'm not. She frowns and waves her hands as if trying to shoo away the idea. Don't be asking me for such nonsense now. She smiles at Anna, but I would very much like to hear your story. Just tell her the story already, Anna. Come on already, Fiendling. You already have one tail you won't part with. Anna looks uncomfortable, her tail lashing slowly back and forth. Well, I know one story. She suddenly becomes angry and glaring at Yevis. I think I keep saying her name in different ways every time I pronounce it. Yeves. But yeah, but you might not like it, you won't. So don't be blaming me for your choking it out of me. Go on, Anna. Anna scowls, then finally relents with an exasperated sigh. I heard a story when I was a wee lass. This Burke's walking home real late, near Anti-Peak, and it passes an old toothless crone in the dark on an otherwise empty street. "Where are you going?" she asks him. "Home to me wife and kit," he says. "Near the Slags?" she asks. "Sure enough," he says. So she asks him a favor, to take a box she's got to Debtor's Pit and give it to the woman there. Now this Burke's a real sap. Too nice to say no, despite the fact he's sure something's not quite right about this old crone, and agrees. But what's the woman's name, he asks. Where does she live? Where do I look for her if she's not by Debtor's Pit? Is this the story of the box that was cursed that we got? Because that one woman who had it, when she got a hold of it, and then she held that tournament. I don't remember what her name was, but this reminds me of that. The woman hands him the box. It's a wooden thing, wrapped in a colored cloth, and tells him to just go, and she'll be there. Finally, she warns him, whatever you do not open the box. So he's taking it home with him. and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by the debtor's pit when it's light out. His wife, though, seeing him hide in the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for a lover or something, and she opens it up as soon as he's not looking. Well, it turns out the box is full of gouged out eyes and severed male members with hair still on them. Oh my god. Her scream brought the Burks running. She remembered what the crone said, got right scared, and wrapped the box right back up. He went out straight away to Debtor's Pit, and sure enough, there was another old hag waiting there for him. He hands her the box, and she says to him, "This box has been opened and looked into." The poor Burke tries to deny it, but she gets this dreadful look on her face. "You've done something horrible," she says to him, then disappears. That done, he hurries back to the kit. He's feeling ill when he gets back and takes to bed. His wife, he bitterly regretted opening the box and all, but it was too late. The next day he died of a rotten disease, and the first thing to go was the eyes and the stem. That's a pretty vicious cycle. That sounds like some hag garbage. Anna nods grimly, her tale complete. Yeva smiles. "That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. Now I have one for you and your companions. The Parched Land. Once, a large village was struck by a terrible drought. A farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone, and again implored it as to the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, why the animals and people suffered while the stone did not a thing. "Have we not given enough offerings?" the farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees. But the stone did not respond. It merely sat and cast its shadow. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that one. Dekan, do you have a story to trade? Dekan nods solemnly. "I shall part with the tale of the Akalai drowning." Dekan tells the story of the Akalai, a foolish Githzerai of myth who had come lost in the chaos of limbo. Normally, a single Githzerai may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small, habitable environment. The Akalai, however, asks so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home that her isle of matter dissolved around her, and she drowned. Yeva smiles. "Fascinating, Dekan. Let me share with you and your companion one or another version of the tale that I have heard." Dekan looks attentive and perhaps a little surprised. Yevas goes on to tell a different version of Dekan's tale, in which the Akalai was driven from the Githzerai city of Shraktalor for her constant, useless prattling. One day she encountered the Slati on his way to the spawning stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter, which even the ravenous Salati found difficult to break down. Hungrily it waited, and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries, and the Slati's answers. Her own wall decayed and collapsed around her, and thus she drowned in the matter of limbo. Okay. We're going to ask her some other questions. Why are you called the Tail Chaser? Kind of obvious at this point. Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumored to know many things, and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as to what would give her purpose. Now, the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and tended towards drink, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was that within one story that she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl went off and collected stories, which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands hold the truth. Such is the danger of the foolish question and the wisdom of the unspoken one. What are you doing here? I collect tales and trade them with others who have tales of their own. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? The tale of Ravel Puzzlewell, brightener of children, begins and ends with a question. What can change the nature of a man? I mean, what could change the nature of a man? I would assume anything that will convince him to change his nature. I mean, that's such a broad question. I mean, it really could be anything to change the nature of a man. Are you stoic enough to decide a course and stay with it, or a certain line of events happen and you stray from the path and start walking new one? I think anything can change the nature of a man. Ah, damn, that's good. Anyway, many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magics that she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail. And they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victim's. To recount their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares are woven from. The tale strikes me in this way. Ravel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the why of the matter remained in the question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one of the Grey Sisters, especially to one of such power as Ravel? It is said that she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Ravel's question. And now there is no one to petition, for Ravel herself is gone, lost to the plains.
Updated my journal.
Oh, wait, there is more. Though my tale ends with Ravel's demise, there are some that claim the hag still lives. There is a silent prostitute here who once talked of such things, but she speaks no longer. If she would speak to you, she might tell you more of Ravel. Aha! What else can you tell me of this silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Echo? Eco? Let's go with Echo. Yves frowns, thinking. I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that, if spoken, would undo the multiverse. Perhaps this is Echo. Ask Delora, though. I understand that she sometimes meets with one who knew Echo before she stopped speaking. Okay, that was a good one. I am going to do a quick save just in case, because I don't want to go through and read all that again.
All right.
If we piss her off.
Might as well. Got it.
A handkerchief and a love letter. Oh, she's not mad. Oh my god, thank you. This is an unremarkable silk handkerchief, a love letter. This passionate letter, steamy and rather graphic love letter. This is a passionate, steamy, and rather graphic love letter. Who it's to and who it's from, however, is quite vague. Okay. Interesting, though.
I'm gone.
Delora. Questions? We can't talk to her about it? Really?
All right.
So that's 2 that we've talked to. Chemisix Addertongue. Okay. This wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered by only a narrow leather thong, and a black cloth brassiere and armored shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection. Her spiked hair, as well as thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and the numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription Kimas, I don't know. Call her Kim. Miss Addertongue. Let's go with Miss Addertongue. Greetings. Miss Addertongue bares her teeth at you. And just what are you looking at, you banged up sod? Mort, my friend thought you were attractive, but whoa! Was he ever horribly mistaken? Kimas... Addertongue sneers at Mort, then looks below him, where a body normally would be. Sharp tongue for a stemless deader. Let him keep at it. Like I'd let mine anywhere near you if I had one. What did you hear the word brothel and think that you could make some jink here, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Ha! Can't believe they even let you in the door with all those ticks hopping off your shaggy legs. Damn, Mort! Ticks? The only annoying insect around here is you. Excellent. Well played. Hey, you here to talk to me or what? Or what? What else can I do with you? What did you have in mind, you sodding jawbox? Go ahead, give me a reason to say no to you. What do you usually do for patrons? I'm a practitioner of abuse. What does that mean? I'll show you. Her hand lashes out to slap your face, but you manage to barely dodge the blow. We're just gonna call her Kimas. If you know how to say that, tell me in the comments section, because this one, I can't figure it out. Kimas pouts visibly, then scowls. Oh well. Say, can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? She raises her eyebrows. Now that's an unusual request. I don't know. It seems pretty foul-mouthed already. Mort. That's he. Wait a minute. It seems pretty foul-mouthed. That's he seems pretty foul-mouthed, Kimmy. Or Kimas. Bladderdung. You scuffy goat-gammed harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I could walk, run, dance. What do? Bob around wishing you had a pair of goats or otherwise? The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults and clashing with razor-edged tongues. At last the two stop their bickering, and eerie silence settles over them as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Mort. You're not bad, really. Not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps? Mort waggles his eyebrows at her. Eh? Kimas narrows her eyes at Mort. Don't push it, skull.
Taunts, all right.
I won't, tiefling. And I will admit, I have learned a thing or two, though. Good thinking, Chief. Now, okay. That's not the first time Mort has mentioned that he's got new taunts. That must do something. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th time that he's made some mention of, oh, new, what did he say? Whatever he said, new taunts or something. He must turns to you. So was that all you wanted? I'm not spending any more time near you than I have to. I got some more questions. The tiefling rolls her eyes and makes you think, what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside? My tongue's not wide enough, and I don't like hair in my mouth. But you do seem to like the taste of awful in your mouth, you dung-breathed cretin. You dung-breathed cretin. Only because it's like kissing you, you mangy stinkpot. Kiss me? She makes a retching sound. I'd rather kiss a bloody mass of phlegm that lay in the lips than lay my lips on you. No thanks. Don't thank me. Thank the power someone actually wants to kiss you. Kimas looks at a loss for something to say. For an instant, she smiles to crack the grimacing mask of her face. She then becomes more of a basilisk than ever. Alright, what do you want of me? Okay. She looks annoyed. Fine. Whatever. Ask. I don't need these two, because we know these. We know these two already. Can you tell me about the silent prostitute? What? That Echo chit? Don't know anything about her. Don't talk to the girl. I mean, why? Not like she can talk back. Ask Frigid Delora about her. I think I saw her playing Go with an old crush of Echo's back from when she could talk. Go? No kidding. That's I think a Japanese game. I think it runs a parallel to chess or something like that. I tried playing it a long time ago. I remember that game. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell?
Updated my journal.
What would I know about her? I look like a scholar or something to you? Go ask more learned or Yevis. She'll probably have at least one story to tell about her in that pile of tales she carries about in her bone box. Oh. And squat on a halberd while you're at it. I think the only one who could take any halberd in any hole that requires squatting would be you fucking thick-legged bitch. I liked her. She was fun. And again, just in case thieving goes wrong.
Right. Got it.
These people aren't getting mad. It's another handkerchief. Right in front of you, too. And you just sat there and took it. Yeah, you're tough.
Might as well.
I'm gone.
Okay, we're gonna end it here. I don't think we have time to engage another lengthy conversation, but oh, that's Dolores Chambers. That's why it's empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did not expect to be in here for so long. Oh, right there. That's the orange I think I was thinking of. We'll talk to him and see if that's Requin's guy. We'll do that in the next episode, though. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end it here. So, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. I really do. And if I am mispronouncing anything, if anyone knows for sure how something is pronounced, hit me in the comment section below. And I hope you all join me for the next one.